Hello, Grim Feast here. I was going to play some Hearthstone, but having hit rank 5, I don't really have a whole ton of motivation to play Hearthstone. That's my goal, and every time I try to play, just not really on that legend grind, and not really much daily quests or stuff to go for, so I don't know, just not feeling too much like playing. Tomorrow's Wild Wednesday, and I'm a little bit lower on the ladder in Wild. I think I'm at like rank 7 or 8, so maybe tomorrow for Wild Wednesday I'll be able to play some Hearthstone, just play some crazy wildness and have some fun. But I haven't played Diablo in a really long time, and just felt like playing some demons for old time's sake. The season started, which honestly I don't know if I've even participated in maybe one season, but I'm not super familiar with the Diablo 3 seasons because I haven't really participated too much in it, but just feel like trying out my PC to see if it can handle Diablo 3 stream and not be too laggy. I'm more worried about my internet connection than my PC and graphics card. I have to see if my internet can handle streaming Diablo 3 here, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. And I'm starting off a new character for the season here, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also just trying to get a couple things set up here, so if anyone does decide to stop by, I can hopefully see my chat. Sometimes my chat seems to freeze up or be problematic, so let's see. Hopefully work out, but let's see if it'll let me create this hero. I don't know if the name will be taken. Oh no. Alright, let's see. Yep. Doing a hardcore, that way my character dies. Well, that's the end of that. So we'll head and start game here.
At 12, I swore the oath, leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up her shield and her name, and on that day, I became a crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad, hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, and so I go.
Again,
The
it's
fallen
been like
star
a
is
really
close,
long time since
but there is death
played
here
Diablo
too.
3, and I'm feeling like Crusader wasn't a character in the original. I don't think it's actually a Crusader. So we'll see how this goes, because my very first character that I played a ton of was
I am
a
a crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
And
it fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
Played a lot of monk.
They keep coming.
A little bit of Demon Hunter.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah
like
at the
Diablo
Slaughtered
3.
Calf Inn.
I never put as many hours into this as the other Diablos, but
Zakarum has fallen to disgrace. What fate?
it is what it is. I've enjoyed.
Are you Leah? They tell me you survived the falling star.
I think my biggest
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but watch out! The wounded are turning!
biggest problem I had through was at the beginning when the auction house was a thing.
Business.
In the very beginning, he
The dead will overwhelm
drops
us all
just felt like you
unless something is
played
done.
and you played and you grinded.
Something like putting them back
and
to
the gear
sleep.
you got was
I
always
can
just
do that.
mediocre.
Thank you.
So
You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
so much of the early
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Be praised.
Dear reader, I am Abdalhazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Kanduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
attacks.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
She's brave. With help, she may yet save Cain. I love it! Leah, let us find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there. Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard. And your father? I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost in Christian blood to the demons. Look, a hidden cellar. Follow me.
There are dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
Sacrum Cathedral. The fallen star lies within. My wrath is low. The star is close. Not enough wrath.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom. Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Require more wrath.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me.
I rescued the old scholar and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star, but not for long.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
It was my duty to help. Now, I would know of the falling star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both.
But a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
From the east shall come a monarch whose rule begins in blood.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the Crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Thank you. Follow me. I'm sorry.
Do your duty, Blacksmith, no matter how hard.
My love, forgive me.
Hadrig, help me.
Have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hadrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, but I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the Crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
This will be a good battle.
for Zakarum!
Nothing stops the crusade. Be praised. Wrath is low.
Was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I
require
found
more rats.
shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
Not enough rats. enough wrath. Will be a good battle. I require more patience.
Kingdom of Khejistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were most reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission. Be praised. Not enough wrath. Like chaff before the wind. I require more wrath.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twisted cleverness that makes them quite formidable. The tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them.
Is low.
Make your peace quickly.
Azeroth favors me.
That creature must die.
Not enough wrath. crown is not here. My search continues.
When King Leoric came to court, he brought many nobles with him, and nobles, oddly enough, want noble creep. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make a little profit by digging a few holes. There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and bring death.
Wrath is low.
Like chaff before the wind.
No crown. I will search other crypts.
Devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
A foe worth killing.
I require more wrath.
quickly. This will be a good battle. Crusade marches on.
The crown is close.
Unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only dream of, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
I'm overburdened. I need to go back.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then join my crusade. The work is hard, rewards are few, and you'll likely die.
That does sound meaningful and awful.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
I have the crown.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
If it helps me find the fallen star, I'll face him. Must die.
And I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
using your incantation. You will soon...
Ave Magistros. Ave Magistros. Ave Magistros.
Your magic is weakening. I am free! Now, back to my mission.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this
I have questions for the skeleton.
The cultists dragged me past this glowing pit.
What made it?
A falling star, and I mean to find it.
Down this way. There are... He's free! I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
Very well.
Magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, John Dar. How could you succumb to this Coven?
The Coven is my brotherhood now. The powers we serve will soon rule this world! Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven. Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. If we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
If these tomes are not the key to redeeming the Zakarum faith, then they are indeed yours.
Then onwards we go to... Let us seek honor together, my friend.
Dark magic lingers here.
These enemies defy all reason.
crusade.
Keep your distance from him. This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leoric.
Traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not. You dare to bring the warmth of life into my tomb?
We shall put you down, Hellspawn!
Defeat me!
You were defeated the moment you surrendered to madness.
Karakum high priests in Kurast proclaimed Leoric king of Khanduras many years ago. He ruled well until Diablo's influence drove him mad, and the loyal knight Lac Danan was forced to...
The crater, at last. The falling star was a man. Interesting.
I remember falling.
Through several floors, at least.
I am not your enemy. I think. Yes, I believe I have come with a warning. The darkness. The darkness is coming. I must... I don't remember.
Be calm, and come with me. The fallen star was a man. Only a man. I begin to wonder if his fall is related to my crusade. I will take him to the old scholar. He may know.
What skill should I master?
Kain, meet the falling star.
No man could survive such a thing. Who are you? What are you?
A warrior, I think. I came bearing grave news, but I cannot remember.
Your message might be all that can save us from impending doom.
I will use it well. I would have chosen the same. No. I can't use that. Just the thing.
Tell me everything you remember, stranger. Every detail.
Falling. Fire. A sword of great power. It was part of me. But it shattered into 3 pieces as I fell.
It is vital that we find those pieces. I believe the sword made whole will restore your memory.
The goatmen are rampaging through the fields. Could the sword have anything to do with that?
Of course, of course. Just as the dead rose around the stranger, the sword pieces drove the goatmen to madness.
All goatmen are mad. They don't need a sword for that. But I will search their fields.
If there's a sword here, we will find it.
Some time ago, I revealed that the Khazra, or ghost men, were originally humans until the Vizieri corrupted them. For many years, these creatures were simple and lethargic. These days have ended. Khazra attacks are widely reported, and the number of fatalities is higher than anything in my records.
Not ready yet. I enjoyed that. Not yet.
We must stop the attacks on these farms, or the people of Tristram will starve. These enemies defy all reason!
Patience.
An incredible feat!
Bad luck for you, friend.
Sluggish beasts can thrive in any grassland or forest, provided there is enough water. Farmers will recognize these brutes as the savage cousins of the common pack beast, a tame breed that was likely domesticated nearly 2,000 years ago. One can hardly imagine the trouble that effort must have taken.
Bad luck for you, friend.
The light grows stronger within you.
Please, free my family from their cursed existence. I can hear them digging.
Be on your guard. Spirits lie.
Well, prepare to face my wrath.
Our meddling daughter would do well to leave us be.
You wish is folly to disturb us.
At last, they are free. Thanks to you, my family can now rest, free from the curse they brought upon themselves.
Some spirits linger to right past wrongs. I was mistaken about her.
heard the most ridiculous tales about travelers being ambushed by vicious trees. It is too much. Despite their name, the wood wraiths are not plants, but fully mobile beasts who have taken on the guise of foliage to ensnare their prey. Only a simpleton could be fooled by such a trick.
Had enough?
How should I train?
The sword piece is near.
Coven has formed in Tristram, and I fear that their superstitious violence may damn the whole region. I discovered very little during my eavesdropping, except that the word Magda was repeated several times in their chants.
Kill her!
We must hurry with the ritual. Magda will be here soon. It is time.
Sword glows. Perhaps the goatmen truly were driven mad.
Who are you to take what is mine?
I'm a crusader.
Regardless, I have claimed it. I am Magda, and I lead this coven. The shard is mine.
I disagree.
Very well. Let the games begin. Well fought, but you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only the ancients may tread.
She is more devious than she appears. How are criminals treated in your land?
Crusaders have no land. We are united by an idea rather than a code of laws.
I won't ask what happens to those who betray that idea.
That's probably best. I enjoyed that. of room.
I am undone. Demon storm taking root in my fields.
Perhaps you should move.
This land is all my family. I cannot leave. My land is saved. Bless you.
Tristram's families will not starve, thanks to the work we have done today. I will use it well.
I'm returning to town. Here is a piece of the sword. It was held by a witch and her coven.
Uncle Deckard, you sound like those dark cultists you told me about.
Very good, Leah. You have been paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
My dearest Heydrich, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
Their leader, Magda, said the next piece fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leah. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leah, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another.
Not today, monster!
You and I are so different. I have great power within me, too. The only difference is, I have no control over mine.
Then you have not yet found your home.
I hope I never do. The power is so great that... I don't know. It scares me.
You there! Please help! They're going to kill my friend! Thieves are going to kill my friend if we don't do something. Help me break these bonds and see for yourself!
What do they want with your friend?
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
He's deserted you. Just give it over.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Release the girl. The relic belongs to her.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you.
You won't get away from us this time!
This isn't over. The rest of the Thieves Guild will find you.
Nothing stops the crusade!
Here's the relic, my love. I hid it like you asked. Father's grown suspicious of us, but that won't matter once we're married. It won't be long, right?
Of course, my dear. Soon we will settle down to a quiet life of tilling the fields and raising children. But first, I have to sell this relic. Alas, I must travel away with my friend here to do so.
You wish to join my crusade? It is a hard path.
Yes, absolutely. The way is hard and all that. Shall we go? Wait. The relic is a fake! Gods, I should have known! You seem like you could use a helping hand, and I sure as hell don't want to stay around here.
Please tell me that you're not considering this criminal's proposal.
What of your betrothed?
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. It must be Alaric the Guardian. Uncle Deckard told me of your eternal watch over this cursed place. I thought it was a myth.
Are you Nephilim?
No. There have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
Yet another myth. You seek entrance to this temple, but only a Nephilim can enter. If you retrieve the keys from the outlying tombs and use them on the gates, we will see who and what you truly are. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The Warrior's Rest and the Crypt of the Ancients.
I don't care for these woods. Must we slog through them?
These Alaric's people?
The ghouls are stronger than most risen dead, but they gain their fortitude through horrific means, feasting upon human corpses. These creatures are least dangerous while eating, but...
Uncle Deckard called these flying creatures death wings.
It's quite an enemy over there. We are in for a fight.
fight! Tell me more about your inn, Leah.
The world is so dangerous. Everybody needs a quiet, safe place to rest and recover. A way station on their journeys. I can't survive this mess. This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost elevators of Uncle Deckard.
The temple is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within. Although they are my brothers, they will see your death.
None may enter the inner sanctuary. Rise, my brothers! Rise and do that!
Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The noble hero fought her way here just to die.
I admire your persistence.
And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
Did she mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
Time will tell.
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
The Earthstone has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
Here, the second piece of the sword. Magda now seeks the third.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
The only fishing village near here is Wortham.
You're right, Leah. It must be Wortham. There is a ferry on the edge of Tristram that will take you there.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
I was thinking...
Don't hurt yourself.
Wortham, please.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village.
They're destroying the town! Get out while you can!
One of the men retrieved a strange artifact in his nets. It looked like a hilt of an ancient blade, but I know it must be more. The fisherman argued with Kane, but I convinced him to leave it in the safety of the chapel, a holy place for all.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
He's made his choice. Now we make ours.
Fools! You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
There's something coming.
You saved us. We owe you our lives.
I seek the hilt of a sword. It fell from the sky. Have you seen it?
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deckard.
Something isn't right here.
It's gone.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I should have known. I must get back to Kane's house.
It's your choice, Kane. Either use your Herodric arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
Oh, this pain, this destruction. What is the sword to you?
To me, nothing. To my master, Belial, everything. Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine.
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole. Just as I suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard!
If only I could control this power, I could have saved him.
I'm sorry, Leah. It is hard to see someone so close fall. I will go after Magda.
Magda and her master Belial. The journal speaks of an angel falling from the heavens as the shadow rises from the abyss. The stranger is the key to all of this.
We must bring him the sword, so that he can fight at our side.
When my power erupted, I saw into Magda's mind for an instant. She's fled to the Highlands. You can reach them through the caves above Wortham. You have to know, she'll be waiting for you.
She won't have to wait long.
The caves must be up here somewhere.
Like chaff before the wind.
Spiderlings alone may seem unthreatening, but their presence should be a warning for travelers. For wherever there are spiderlings, there will be matriarchs, and the fully grown arachnids are extremely protective of their young. The spiderlings themselves possess strong appetites, allowing them to do considerable harm to a cornered adventurer. The ubiquitous spider is one of the oldest and most adaptable creatures in the world. It also seems to have acquired an unfortunate susceptibility to magic.
My queen sings to me. Her music echoes from beyond.
Are we certain we want to go through these caves? Something is not right here.
Enjoyed that.
One of them, ordinary, untouched, until her voice came to me. Then I knew how I must serve. I must kill the one who threatens my mistress and the dark power that created her. I have been chosen.
I enjoyed that.
That Templar said he was afraid of spiders. Don't tell him that I told you.
Chancellor Eamon, it is of the utmost importance that we secure my manor from the traitorous rabble in Tristram. The caves to the east are too close to my land. They must be blocked, completely obstructed. I believe the Archbishop Lazarus has magically bound some arachnids of late. They may serve us well.
Royal Guard, with great pain, I must admit that our king is no longer able to separate reason from madness. He orders the caverns to be filled with the Archbishop's monstrous creations, and will hear nothing else. Perhaps the legendary ancients themselves once dwelled there, but now we must desecrate their ruins.
Not ready yet.
Power before Zachary!
For the win. Yes. The crusade marches on. Not ready yet. This cannot be opened yet.
My mistress has accepted me. Come close and feel her loving embrace.
Rest easy, madman. You served your mistress.
It appears we're not alone in here.
Please, help me. It's horrible. She sucks the innards from her victims. Oh, no. No. It's too late. I hear her. The Spider Queen is coming.
Spider Queen?
Holds that Archbishop Lazarus loosed a silent terror in the...
Thank you. Thank you. Can we please leave this horrible place? It was terrible being stuck in there like that. Thank the gods you came along. What are you doing out here?
I seek a man taken by the Coven.
The Coven? I saw them dragging someone into Leoric's manor house. Perhaps it was the man you seek. You might have a small bit of trouble reaching there, though. I'm not proud of this, but I stole the stuff of a powerful Khazra shaman. The Khazra went mad and chased me to the caves. You can find the stuff in my cart in the Highlands. If you take it to the Khazra barricade, perhaps they will let you pass.
Why do I get the feeling that there are more cultists here?
The wither moth is a curious phenomenon. It is tremendously large for an insect, and somehow its size allows it to expel a charging force when attacked. For this reason, few have survived to study it in great detail, including many notable academics. In fact, please do not inquire further upon this subject. Long ago, 5 clans of the Umbaru tribe left Uchiganti and ventured north. After their transformation into Khazra, only a few elders were still able to use magic, and they passed it down to their cleverest children. These are the Khazra Shamans, and they rank among the most dangerous of their race.
I can't carry anymore. I'm
More
overburdened.
gold for me!
Nice choice.
I have labored to master the dark arts. Now I finally reap the rewards. Magda has acknowledged me. She promised me a special task that would bring endless glory to the Great One. I can hardly rest until she reveals it on the morrow.
Out of room. Patience. I can't carry anymore. I need to go back.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
Well, it's getting late, and I am barely awake. So, I think I'm gonna call it there and head to bed. Fun times.
This is not a time for mourning. This is a time to dry our tears and draw our weapons. There can be no pity for the pitiless.
I will probably
redemption for those that
explore more Diablo depending on how things go. Anyways, yeah, I don't know much about these seasons, but it looks like there's special rewards that you get from them and whatnot, and cosmetic stuff and armor. And again, I haven't really played much Diablo in forever. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy playing other games from time to time, just taking a break from the card grinding. To do a little other grinding. So thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna have to try and watch some of my videos and try and do some video editing and just try and see what type of games I find myself playing as I move forward. I do want to try different things out. What all is out there. I'm open to suggestions. If there's things that people want me to play, you can find me on Instagram or yeah, pretty much Instagram is where I am. Grimface Games Instagram. I do have Twitter and stuff, but on Reddit, but I don't really do a ton of social media. I'm still getting into all that, but I'll just keep coming on and keep playing, and if people join me and want to chat, I'm up for hanging out and playing games. That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna head to bed. Everyone have a good night, good morning, good day, but it is very late or very early here, so it's time for me to get to sleep.